After serving 16 years of a 36-year prison sentence for drugs, my next guest was granted early release, but after missing a routine phone call from her parole officer, she was labeled an escaped convict and sent back to prison. After going viral, her story caused an uproar. She was then granted a compassionate release by a federal judge. Please welcome Miss Gwen Levi and her attorney, my angel Cody. How you doing, Miss Levi?
Grateful, blessed, a whole lot of things. But
wow.
Thank you for being here.
Well, no, thank you. Now, Miss Gwen, you were sentenced to 36 years in prison. For what?
For selling drugs. I had kind of lived a double life, raising 6 kids. I got involved in drug selling, and throughout my early adulthood, that's what I did. Raised my kids, PTA president.
You were PTA president while you were selling drugs?
PTA president, sent my kids to Boy Scouts. Normal things, living a double life.
So you go to prison, you're convicted, you're sentenced for 36 years, you serve 16, get released under the CARES Act. Let's take a look at your family's reaction after you were released.
Oh my goodness!
Oh.
It's real! It's real! Where your bag at?
So, Miss Gwen, when you thought you were out for good, you were sent back to prison. Explain what happened.
I was on what they call an ankle bracelet, home of confinement. So I had to report and tell everything I did, which was okay. I'm still glad to be home. I'm glad to be home with my family. I knew that I had to get back into society, prepare myself. I was taking a computer class, thought I had filled out all the necessary paperwork to my case manager. I take the class, go to the first class, everything's fine. Go to the second class, everything's fine. Get to the third class, and lo and behold, they try to call me. My phone's off. My case manager informs me by text that I'm being charged with escape because I hadn't been, they weren't able to contact me within the 4-hour period. It sent me back to prison. They
wait a minute.
Charged me with escape and told me to report back in.
Okay, you the lawyer.
Yes.
Okay, so she tells them, I was taking a class when you called, my phone was off.
Not only did she tell them she was taking a class, she gave the address, the time, the place, the teachers, the video of where she was. And they still said that because she didn't answer her phone while she was in class, she had somehow escaped from federal custody.
They notified her by text?
By phone. They had been trying to call her.
This is normal, this is legal?
It happens, honestly, Steve, it happens every day. A lot of people think that the only way you go back to prison is if you commit a crime. What happens here is that she was at most disobedient and then she didn't answer her phone.
How long before they come do they pick her up? Does she have to report back? How does this work?
Well, immediately I was put on real home confinement. So for every 2 hours I had to call in, and when I say every 2 hours, I mean every 2 hours. 12 midnight, 2 o'clock, 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m. I have to call in and report. On Monday at 2:39, I was told to report to the halfway house. No one was home. My 94-year-old mother, who I live with, was not home for me to tell. And I caught an Uber and returned myself in.
She goes back to prison because she didn't answer her phone. She's 76 years old, trying to learn how to use computers.
I heard about this story on my radio show. When they found out about this woman right here, man, I'm trying to tell you, it was some people really, really pissed off. It was people in an uproar about this. I'm telling you, man, the people across this country, this went viral. What did it cause, the uproar?
You know, I think it's really people-powered, right? Because I'm one lawyer, I lead a team of women who are fighting for people like Gwen to get out of prison. And many times I'm in court with my client, by myself, wondering if anybody sees what's going on in America's courtrooms. For your show and for so many other shows and people to use their platforms, it made it possible for us to say as her legal team, no, this actually matters and this is not the will of the people.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I was there for 21 days. But during that 21 days, people like you, people all over the country, my angel, so many organizations, they rallied, they called, they sent petitions, they did everything they could. That's the only reason why I'm sitting here now and not sitting back in my cell. If it hadn't been for the public, if it hadn't been for the people. And right now, I'm not the only one that this is happening to. I'm the only one who got this publicity about it. But there are thousands of people who are sitting there waiting on home confinement, getting sent back for technicalities such as I did. Senior women. I mean, we're so left behind in the system.
What would you like to see done?
I would like to see what happened for Gwen happen repeatedly. When people pay attention, there is no political structure or obstructionism that can keep people from making sure that others are treated like human beings. When people start sharing stories on your timeline, talking about it on your radio show, that's really where justice happens.
Okay, Ms. Levy, what's next for you?
A senior citizen, returning citizen, resource center for seniors who are returning home to make sure that they have all the resources. I didn't get them. They weren't supplied to me. I came home, they put me on an ankle monitor and said, go home, Ms. Levi, and that was it.
A lot of people don't realize when you leave prison in the federal system, you leave with a plastic bag and a jogging suit. And you may not have the resources to get home across the country to where your family is. So that's exactly the program that we're launching.
I'm still grateful. Don't misunderstand me. Grateful for being home.
Yeah.
It's so much better to be home, I'm telling you. Can I say it? It's so much better to be home than be in a prison system where a toilet is sitting at you. When I lean over, the toilet is right where your knee is. So it's so much better to be home. But it comes with liabilities. It comes with challenges. You might be going to the doctors and he tells you to get a prescription. If you don't call in and tell him that you're going to stop at the drugstore for that prescription, you can't go. We need to join forces. And
Okay, hold on, Ms. Lee. Now, I just got in my ear. We got to get you out of here now. Because if she missed her flight, she gets arrested.
yes.
She go back to prison. She on a TV show trying to help somebody else share their story, but if she don't make this flight, she going back to prison. Let us help you with this to get the message out, and then let us help Miss Levi see if we can't get some funding her way so she can go on and get this center open. There ain't that much money.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Miss Levi, continued success. Glad you home. You on the radar now. Ain't nobody picking you up, carrying you nowhere else. You let anybody else say something to Miss Levi, we finna get off. I can't,
So
you know, ma'am.
Well, just,
No, I need you.
well, just know that it's not just Ms. Levi. We're going to be advocating for thousands of others who are in the same situation that I'm in.
That's what we gonna do. We gonna get her, we gonna get this website started, we gonna find out who coming out, what they need, we gonna get them some help. Miss Levi and Miss My Angel, thank you for sharing this amazing story, everybody. Thank y'all so much. Hey, you made it to the end of this video. I got a lot more that you're gonna enjoy, so just click to watch the next one. And make sure you subscribe to always know what's happening.